Hello and welcome to Just the Gearhead. We did get something in the mail, finally. So this is the carb rebuild kit. So we will be doing that in this episode. We're going to be taking apart the carb that's on it and replacing all the gaskets and stuff. I did manage to get the car to idle. But as you can see, it doesn't idle great. It's actually, all the settings are kind of out of whack. I have to have the idle screw turned way up to even get it to sit like that, so which is not correct. So yeah, we're going to pop it off. I'm pretty sure just the passages in it are all gummed up from sitting, so we're going to clean them all out, replace any gaskets and other little parts that are in this kit onto the carb, and then go from there. But I have been doing a couple of things off camera, mostly chasing wiring gremlins. I do now have brake lights, reverse lights, signal lights, both sets of high and low beams. They all seem to work. Still having a little bit of trouble with this front signal lights. There's a ground short somewhere, so I'm going to have to chase that down. And there's one other thing I'll show you real quick. Alright, so the other day I went to throw some gas in it, and I ended up with a puddle down there because it was leaking. And I was looking up underneath trying to find out where it was, and it's actually between the two layers of metal, between the outer skin here and the inner skin here. So what you gotta do is open up this little panel here, and it was actually this. If you can see, this is the old one that was there, and it just split apart when I was taking it out, and there's actually big cracks in it and stuff. So couldn't find that at any of the parts places, so I actually just went to Home Depot and found one of these. Hopefully it'll hold out for a while until I can find a proper one, because this is actually meant for like household plumbing, so it's not really meant for gasoline. So we'll have to see how long it holds out. Alright, so now I think we'll go pull the carb off the car and get it in here so we can start taking it apart. So to get it off, should be just these 3 vacuum lines, disconnect the throttle linkage, and just undo these 4 bolts here, these Allen key ones, and undo the fuel line. And once we get those undone, I think that's everything to get this sucker off. I've actually never taken an Edelbrock carburetor apart before, so we're going to start there and see how this goes. Let's just start at the top. There we go. So, how do I get those off? Oh, these just slide. Okay. All that to find out these just slide out one way or the other. have new ones of these. So now I'll take these out. Need a bigger screwdriver for that. Don't look too bad, but there's new ones, so we'll probably replace those anyhow. Now, there's still some fuel in here. I don't know if you guys can see all that gunk down in there. See this? Yeah. So, being that there's crap in there, that probably means there's stuff in a bunch of the passageways too. Which is why we're taking this apart. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that either. See all the crap built up by the side of the gasket there? See if the camera will focus on it. Yeah, see all that crap built up there? That's probably throughout as well. So, according to everyone on the internet, this should be closed to the point where you could almost just barely see that little slot. So that's how far out of whack I had to put it for it to idle. Like that little slot down right down there, I should just be able to see the head of it according to everything I find online. But yeah, that's how far out of whack it had to be to even idle. So that's not good. I think that's the majority of everything off of this. I don't think I need to take all the linkage apart because that all seemed to be working okay. So I think I'll just go give this a really good spray down with carb cleaner and try to clean out all these little passageways, and then we'll start putting it back together. I went over all this with some carb cleaner, got it all clean as I could, got the gasket materials off as best I could. There was also these four little guys down in the bowls here. So I took those out, gave them a quick clean as well, just to be certain. I shot carb cleaner through all these little passages. Can't really see. Yeah, so all these passages here and here and here. Put carb cleaner through all of those. Same thing on these. So everything should be fairly clean and ready to go. So I got new ones of these to put in. So as we put it back together, we'll put stuff in as the new stuff in and replace the old stuff as needed. Alright, according to my research, it says these idle mixer screws should be tightened all the way down. And then back to 1.5 to 2 turns. So that's half, 1.5. Half, 1.5. We'll start there. This is the plunger cup. I think it's still okay. It seems to move okay and everything. But we're going to take this little gasket seal thing off because we have a new one. I'll put that on. And now we also have a new spring to go in there. So I'll just set that in there for now. When we put the top back on, it'll get compressed. Alright, I think that was everything for the bottom part. Just slide that up for now. Now, the gasket, I think for this, has to go in before the floats. But first, we need to put in these. One of these is not the same as the other. Okay, so according to what I researched and whatnot, I should be able to get a 7/16 drill bit. I don't know if you can see that from here. I don't have a 7/16 drill bit, but they say you should be able to get a 7/16 drill bit through between the float and the top plate. Now, I don't have a 7/16 drill bit, but I measured and this marker is about 7/16, so. But this one over here is way too low, so you can't get under there. So, I just need to make a little adjustment. And all I'm doing is there's this little part right here, this little piece of brass metal. I'm just giving it a little push up, just twisting that little spot a little bit. And get that out of the way. That's pretty close, so we'll go with that. So I do have a few extra bits and bobs, but I think that's because this carb kit is actually for a few different models. This is a 1405, and the kit does like a bunch of different ones. So yeah, so I think that's why I have extra few little gaskety bits and stuff. Either that or I missed something. So, flip this over. Lined up. That lined up. Alright. That looks... Alright. Let's put this back together. Now, I think I put that back together correctly. Guess we'll go put it on the car and find out. Actually, I just remembered these little buggers. Now, like I said, according to a few of the guys on the internet, I went and looked online and or on YouTube and watched like a couple of Thunderhead, was it 289, Thunderhead 289 videos, and a couple of Uncle Tony videos to try to how to set these. So hopefully I get it right. But they both said that you want this backed out until, and you can see it, that little slot like I mentioned before, until you can just barely see it. So as you back this out, it should come up. Wow, even further. Oh, that's stopping it. I got this other screw here that's keeping it from coming back. Okay, there. Just get a little tension on that screw. There. Don't know if you can see it right there. You can just barely see the tip of that slot. That's what, according to the internet, is what we want. Now I did set it to start with the key. I did get that figured out, but I'm just going to jump it out here just so I can work the linkage at the same time. It's probably going to take a few tries because the bowls are completely empty now. Oh, my battery's dying. Of course. Now the battery's dying. Alright, so hopefully you guys can hear me from over there. It's a little windy. But it's actually the next day, so I had the battery on the charger overnight. So I should have plenty of juice to turn her over. I just gotta go turn the key on and then we'll jump it. Alright, so might take a few tries to fill up the float bowls now that they're empty. so after cleaning the car, putting it back together, putting it on back on the motor, obviously it's completely set up differently, and that threw everything out of whack. And I'm pretty sure that the distributor was like one position out because I couldn't twist it far enough to really get it to line up right. So I basically repositioned all the wires, double checked the timing order, double checked top dead center, which on that motor there's no timing needle, and you can't really read the numbers on the balancer very well. The previous owner just put a piece of like a paint mark from paint, like a mark from a paint pen, on the motor and on the balancer. So I just lined those up, and it was close. So we kind of worked off of that. It's not great, but as you saw, it does idle, and that's without adjusting the one screw on the side on the linkage. That's just adjusting the two mixer screws. So yeah, it should be pretty good. Yeah, I might have to get new points because I think they're pretty worn. I tried setting the gap a bit, but yeah, I'm not sure if they're quite right. They might have to get new points, or maybe go with a points eliminator kit in it at some point. And I did clean the spark plugs and reset the gaps so they're better, but you know, might just need new ones of those. But anyways, so yeah, I think that's where I'll call this episode of Just a Gearhead. If you guys want to, let me know what you think. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want merchandise, please check out the link to my Redbubble page in the description. And to all those who have liked, commented, subscribed, and all, and bought merchandise in the past, I thank you very much. It's very appreciated. And any money that comes from the t-shirt sales will go back into the projects. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.